Hi, my name is Ray Eves and this video is entitled The Dimensional Shift. This video goes hand in hand with the video entitled 98 Particles and the HARP Project. This is a historical fact that for several weeks in July and August of 1952, alien crafts played a cat and mouse game over Washington, D.C., outmaneuvering the fast military crafts or military planes which were sent into the sky to chase the unknown crafts from over that critically sensitive spot. By reason of sanity, I would rather not go any further into details on this security sensitive matter. For you see, these so-called learned elders of Zion are looking for a scapegoat now that the prophecies have been fulfilled and their rule has ended on September 9, 1999, or 9/9/99, which is 9 to the 9th power of 9. 15,000 years ago, the wise 24 scientists called the Magos or the Magi predicted the birth of Yakub, the mad scientist. By the stars, they had charted his birth to be 8,400 years ago. He created the flugel rods by genetic splicing called grafting. They were called Jews or Jews. To accomplish this graftation process, he used the Asiatic black man and woman, black people, with 6 ether straight here of the Hindu descent called Dravidians, to show forth his power and his wisdom, declaring himself the righteous, and he made a people genetically and mentally weak to give them the power to rule over his own people for 6,000 years. Well, hello, that time is up. So much for those nondescript protocols. You reptilians may plan a plan. Anu, the Most High, plans a plan. And Anu, Alun El is the best of planners. Anyway, going back to the alleged unknown flying objects, close encounters, close contact was made, and deals and agreements were forged to allow these visitors from the Aldebaran, a double star in the Taurus constellation, and from Pleiades or the Seven Sisters, a cluster of stars in the Taurus constellation, and from Zeta Reticuli, also referred as the Mizar constellation. These visitors were allowed to live in our vast oceans and subterranean caverns. In return, these guests, some of whom were the gruesome looking, the insect looking, predator looking beings, would give us, among other things, the time machine and the mind control machine, which they had shown to us back in 1943. The one condition was that the powers that be raised the vibrational tone of the planet, because the beings from Zeta Reticuli could not live in an environment where the planet and its inhabitants are vibrating on the alpha wave, 8 cycles per second, or middle C note in music. These invited guests said they would return in 1953 to stay here. So Earth's frequency was sped up by the powers that be using the HARP project, the high frequency active auroral project, and by speeding up the sound waves, altering sound and rhythm. After the year 1925, the grid of sound or vibration of music had changed from vibrating on 8 cycles per second, which is the C note in music, and had moved up to the A note, which is at a vibration of, or a frequency of, 440 cycles per second. Every 10 years since then, the music has been altered. The piano has been tuned to the A note at 440 cycles or hertz per second, which is 55 times faster than it was supposed to be. And it has been sped up since 1945 to 442 hertz and then to 443 hertz. By speeding up music, it sped up time. Music had the ability to move you interdimensionally in the third and fourth dimensions of music. Into the third and fourth dimension of emotion, excuse me. Some of the dimensions are telepathically influenced by negative beings who initially caused the earth vibration to be moved up to the 5th octave, because that is the frequency on which they vibrate. They are actually able to travel, to move about on sound waves, on the frequency or vibration of sound. So they travel straight down through your headphone wires into your heart. First, the mesmerizing 4/4 beat signature opens you up. Then they just walk right on in and get you depressed through the music, working off of your total emotions. The powers that be made it really convenient for these beings of a higher vibrational level to come in because of the dimensional shift of 1953. The dimensional shift, time and space anomalies or irregularities are being experienced on this planet at this very moment. Most people have the sense that there isn't as much time as there used to be, because there is, in reality, less time. When the dimensional shift occurred, time began collapsing to create a new dimensional shift. Space is collapsing to create a new dimensional time. So beings from another dimension can come in through clouds to this three-dimensional world. In other words, the time and space relationship is linked to humans and Earth's biorhythm and determines how many dimensions are up for grabs, or for which world. In our case, a third dimensional reality is up for grabs. We will soon have the awareness and the right knowledge that our life's system is not directly dependent on the solar magnetic field to regenerate our biological rhythms. A new source of light is now reaching our solar system and interpenetrating Earth's magnetic field, altering the biological rhythms. Its color is emerald, green light, contrary to the amber light, red light. This is forcing the species to leave behind its old time cell of perception on the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual levels. This must take place before the species can go into a new time cell of consciousness. This is causing the magnetic fields of the brain cavity to be sufficiently raised to a higher mental frequency, allowing us to receive whole light beings upon the reinsertion of the barotheric gland and the reactivation of the supreme melanin. So when the Nibiru states the time is now, they are reminding us of our genetic agreement as well as being literal. The genetic shift is taking place as we speak. Children are being born with the barotheric gland, and even some adults are waking up with it reimplanted, not at the medulla oblongata, but at the submental. The barotheric gland is the organ that gives you the ability to use your four higher senses, which are telepathy, mental communication, the transferring of thought from one being to another without the use of words or wires, intuition, the mental perception of truth by the mind without the intervention of any process of thought, psychometry, object reading, the ability to identify or tell something about an object by picking up thought waves implanted by someone else previously associated with the article, and clairvoyance, clear sight, to see into other dimensions, second sight, an awareness of distant objects and events. When these four higher senses are active, one has the ability to foresee the future and the past, speed up molecules, levitate, and heal. And by permission only, you were capable of changing from a mortal into an etheric being. So, can you not see how the ancient Egyptians were a much more technologically advanced society, being that they had their barotheric glands and they were using the other 93% of their brains. We only use 7% of our brains. Now does not refer to living in the present moment. Although living in the present moment is also a reality. Now is talking about a time warp that is really truly occurring and has been accelerating since the year 1970 until now, was fully reached on August the 12th, 2003. That was the date when the Vortex reopened. Since the Philadelphia experiment on August the 12th, 1943, a vortex was opened and has been reopening every 10 years. So it is due to reopen this year on August the 12th, 2013. Pay attention. Even though we have lived through many nows, the degree of our awakening is in direct relationship to the degree of now that we are experiencing. Because Dr. Malachi Z. York, or Thoth Trismegistus, is here with us now, that determines the awakening. We must first attune ourselves to the elements that are in and around us daily through each awakening, sleeping, and fleeting moment, as we elude ourselves that time is in motion. Time exists. There are no different times. Time does not move forward, nor has it come from behind. Time just is. And now is not then. We must learn the realities of existence and reverse the process of self-deterioration, both physically and mentally. And with that confirmation, and with that confirmed fact, become a part of all. The essence of our being is that we exist. And with that confirmation, existence is as we are. Time is as we be. All is, all does. All things are a part of all, on into allness. The baby of allness is found in the womb of quantum physics, born inside out in etheric existence. So, the planet Earth is vibrating with a biorhythm of 8 hertz per second, which is soothing to the body. That is the natural tone of the planet and of humans. Vibrating on the 8th is vibrating on Aum. With the right amount of input, the resulting vibration will open up the 12 occult nerves in the brain, which will cause all your chakras to vibrate on the frequency, which will put you on a station where there is information being broadcast. Information that you will need. Information that you will be able to intercept and receive telepathically. With this, the Etherians will speak directly to you on what steps to take, where to go when that gigantic asteroid hits the planet and time gets beyond repair. Truth is truth. That ends today's video. We hope you learned something from this video. We urge you to share this video and to subscribe to the only channel where you will learn ancient Egyptian mysteries. No more lies, no more guesswork. So share, subscribe, click on the like button below. See you at the next video.